This is Eye on the Community, and I'm your host, Sean Anthony. And joining me next is Chris Tomasovich, the Executive Director of Aquatics, and Brittany Kaiser, Aquatics Director for Pickaway County Family YMCA. And we're here to talk about lifeguards. Welcome, both of you, to Eye on the Community. How are you?
Doing well, Sean. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
It's my pleasure. May is Water Safety Month, and the YMCA has a long history of education and action surrounding this topic. Can you expand on why water safety is so important, Chris?
Wow. Yeah. When I think of water safety, some of the first things that come to mind is just, it's some of the numbers out there. When we think of drowning, we know that in the US, we see more than 3,000 drownings a year. And when we put that into perspective with age, look at the kids from 1 to 4 years old. And the second leading cause of death is drowning for those kids. So that alone those numbers are so impactful to us. And that's the reason why we do a lot of what we do.
Excellent. Now, the YMCA gives thousands of people swimming lessons every year. So tell us more about this important work and how it impacts the community.
Yeah, we have 13 YMCAs across Central Ohio. 12 of those locations have pool facilities. Last year alone, we saw about 3,000 participants. 4,500 participants participate in swim lessons throughout Central Ohio. And alone this session right now, we have 6 weeks of swim lessons. We're seeing about 1,400 with just this session alone. And in those swim lessons, it's not just talking about and teaching kids how to, float and kick in the pool. We're really making sure that they understand the safety around water, making sure that they understand that they shouldn't get in the pool unless a parent or guardian is with them or they know. That making sure even parents understand that it's really important to make sure that we have good barriers around our pools, especially if we have one at home. And even if it's not a pool, let's say that we have a community that has a pond. Let's make sure that we understand what types of safety precautions we need to put in place so our kids can be safe around any body of water.
Now, some people may want to learn how to swim, but they may not be sure what the next steps are or where to even begin. Can you tell us more about your swim lesson placement test?
Yeah, our swimwater placement test can be found on our website, ymcacolumbus.org. It's really quick and easy. It's going to ask you a few questions about your ability. Can you, put your face in? Can you lay on your back? And depending upon how you answer those questions, it's going to kick out a response and tell you what swim lesson that you can register for, which one you should register for. And after that, you could walk into any of our branches, meet one of our friendly Welcome Center staff, and they'd get you signed up for a swim lesson class within our YMCA.
Now, from my understanding, the YMCA is hiring lifeguards. Can you explain more about what being a lifeguard at the Y is like?
Yeah, and Brittany, if you don't mind, I'll hand this one over to you.
Sure. The lifeguards at the YMCA, we do have a lot of perks for them. Our lifeguards do get trainings. We provide all of those. We pay for all of their trainings. They do get to learn so many skills, including first aid, CPR, how to administer oxygen. Our lifeguards get free memberships. We are very willing to work with flexible hours for them. It's a great work environment. So it's a great first job for our lifeguards to then continue everything that they are trying to do. So, and there's so many opportunities to grow for our lifeguards. There's many places for them to move on to. They can branch out to swim lessons. We've got swim teams. There's coordinator positions and director positions available to them for career opportunities.
Awesome. So how many lifeguards are you guys looking for?
We would ideally like another 5 to 10 lifeguards for each branch going into summer and then transitioning into our fall season when a lot of kids do go back to school. So ideally 5 to 10 lifeguards for each of our branches. So roughly about 50 to 120 lifeguards association wide.
Oh, wow. Now, Brittany, you mentioned all of these great skills and training that lifeguards get. What skills have you gained during your lifeguarding career at the Y?
Me specifically at the Y, the standard first aid, lifeguard, CPR, all of those skills, but I've also been able to learn leadership skills, management skills, communication, time management, team building specifically, and working with a team. How do you work others? But those are some of the basics that I've really been able to obtain and grow through.
That's awesome. So someone out there listening to our broadcast right now may be on the fence or considering becoming a lifeguard. Why should someone consider a career in lifeguarding at the Y?
First and foremost, there are so many opportunities for growth. And within that, this is a safe place to learn and grow. We do work with our staff. We are understanding that you're still in school for some, whether it be high school or college, and we are willing to work with that and grow your skill sets. For a lot of staff, this is their first job. This is their first experience in the workforce, and we are willing to work with them and want to work with them to have a great first work experience.
Okay. Before we conclude, is there any last minute information or things you would like to share?
I'll just say that, lifeguarding is for anyone. It could be that first job at 15, or it could be our older active adults that maybe just recently retired. They make great lifeguards too. It's a great way to stay invested in the community, a great way to maintain your physical fitness. So if you're out there thinking that, maybe it's not for me, give it a second thought. You might be surprised.
Excellent. Chris Tomasovich, Executive Director of Aquatics, and Brittany Kaiser, Aquatics Director of Pickaway County Family YMCA. Thank you so much to both of you for sharing this information on Eye on the Community. You guys take care.
You too. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Bye now.